What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, before we start the video, I just want to address something very quickly. Amir Khan fans. In fact, no, that's too big. Amir Khan fans that are hardcore, crazy, and fanatical. Please just stop your shit. Fucking hell. I've had to block a few on Twitter this morning. I mean, I never block. That's how bad it's got. Because I say something bad about Amir Khan does not equal I dislike Amir Khan, which certainly does not equal I am racist. Like, how can your mind just work so basic? Like, what kind of stupid fucking brain do you have? Like how does it work like that? Or Ade always says stuff bad about Amir Khan. He's a racist. Like, oh, fucking hell. That means I must be racist to every single fucking race because everyone gets it. I mean, I don't know how many black fighters I diss or white fighters, but as soon as I diss Amir Khan, it equals racism. Like, just stop it, please. It's just so stupid. Yes, I wasn't happy about this Saudi Arabia event. I thought the event was crap. Sorry, that's just how I feel. I mean, should I be happy? You're not boxing fans. You can't be boxing fans. Should I be happy that Amir Khan is fighting Billy Dib? Would you like me to celebrate? I'm a hardcore boxing fan. I'm not going to celebrate Amir Khan fighting Billy Dib. And I know a lot of people come back and say, yeah, but he earned 7 million. Why do you care about that? Are you getting some of that money? I mean, is he posting out money to you? Why do boxing fans, and I'm a bit like this, but why do we care so much about how much money they're getting as though that equates to something? I mean, it's like in football, we do the same thing. We care about all the transfer fee and his wages. Why? Why? I just want to see the best fight the best. I don't necessarily care about how much they're getting paid. I just want to see the best fight the best. That's it. That's all I care about. So for those of us that are boxing fans that always talk, and again, I'm shooting myself down here, always talk about, yeah, he got paid that much though, and yeah, but there was 20,000 in that venue and it didn't sell out. I don't care about these things. So please, again, Amir Khan fans, I'm not being a racist. I don't know why I even have to clarify this. I'm not being a racist. If I feel like something's happening that I don't like, I will talk about it. Hence why you guys tune in, because you know that I am the guy that rants a bit. And I'm not happy about Amir Khan fighting Billy Dib. Do you think if Kell Brook fought Billy Dib, I would not make a video about it saying, why the fuck is Kell Brook fighting Billy Dib? I mean, Golovkin fought Steve Rolls. Who made the video about it? Tyson Fury fought Tom Schwartz. Who made the video about it? That's just what I do, to stop the racism talk. All right, let's talk about things that I do like talking about, which is good boxing. I don't mind talking about good boxing. And yesterday night, there was a couple of good fights. One that would have gone under the radar was Olympic champion Tony Yoka made his return to the ring. For those of you that don't know, and you probably do know, Tony Yoka was banned by the French Federation for missing 3 drug tests. So he didn't actually fail a test, he just missed 3. But yeah, I don't know. Draw to whatever conclusions you want. But he came back yesterday and fought Dimitrenko. I think he got a 4th round stoppage, and I only saw little clips of it. But he looks good. I mean, we talk about prospects. I'm not quite sure how old he is. I'm going to say he's about 27. We talk about prospects. He could be the best of the bunch. Could be the best of the bunch. Looks very good. So he's back. So it'll be interesting to see how he kind of gets in that mix. And I want to say credit to him because the French Federation banned him. He could have fought abroad. But decided not to. Took a year out. I think went to work in America with Virgil Hunter. I stand to be corrected, but I think he did. And now came back and beat Dimitrenko. So welcome back, Tony Yoka. All right, let's talk about Daniel Dubois versus Nathan Gorman. A fight that, going in, I think many people, including myself, thought was 50-50. I actually thought Nathan Gorman might win. I need a reminder of one as well that Daniel Dubois is only 21. Only 21 with man strength like that. The development potential is, I mean, through the roof, right? When you compare it to someone like Joyce who's on the complete other side, who, again, needs so much work but is so much older. I mean, Daniel Dubois, who I don't think needs that much work, by the way. Don't think he does. Not compared to Joe Joyce anyway. And I'm not even sure I'm going to talk about Joe Joyce. I like him. I like Daniel Dubois. I'm even starting to like his interviews, which are a bit random. I mean, I don't know, just a strange character. And another thing as well, he's muscular, but he's not stiff. And I think he's not stiff because I think that's his natural size. I saw Daniel Dubois spar Derek Chisora, I'm going to say about 4 years ago. It was in the lead up to Chisora versus Tyson Fury rematch. So whenever that happened, it was a couple of months before that fight. And he looked massive then. He looked big then. This is not Jim. This is just his size. Where someone like Anthony Joshua and maybe even Frank Bruno to an extent, it was Jim, wasn't it? So everything was just stiff. Whereas Daniel Dubois doesn't look like that. That's just because I think that's just his size. And it isn't that big. What was he, 17 stone 1? I mean, it's not as big as you look. I mean, if someone was to say how big he was, you'd probably get close to the 18 stone mark. He's 17 stone 1 pounds, I think I saw. I think it was 17 stone 1. I hope it was. I think he looked great. I think his jab looked good. I think he mixed it up. He went to the body a bit. He's definitely not as predictable either. He's not as predictable. And I mean, I hate to make the AJ comparisons, but I'm only just thinking of AJ because AJ, it's quite predictable what AJ is going to do, I think. Whereas Daniel Dubois, there's a few times where Nathan Gorman's sitting on the ropes thinking he knows what's coming, and then boom, body shot, jab to the chest, little things, and again, 21, and you're thinking about stuff like that. It's impressive. And then we all know about the power, right? But what I like is that he doesn't mind having a tear up. I mean, that might not, I don't know, stand well when he fights, higher ranked people, but he doesn't mind getting in a tear up. There were times yesterday where I think he could have just boxed on the outside like he was doing and just used that long reach and that jab and right hand, but he decided to go inside, which really doesn't suit him. Inside is more for Nathan Gorman, but he got success. He got success inside. And then, with the stoppage, right? It was, again, that kind of punch on the top of the head, messes up your equilibrium. And could he have continued, Gorman? He could have, but the writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall, and it was going to end that way anyway. So a good performance, especially, again, when you're going in thinking it's a 50-50 fight. That was supposed to be a 50-50 fight. His foot movement was good as well. I was just shocked by it. I can't lie. I was a bit taken back by that performance. But Gorman didn't look bad either, by the way. Gorman looked sharp. Gorman's only 23. Again, a prospect. He'll come again. Which I think makes Daniel Dubois' performance look even better because Gorman didn't look crap, did he? What do you think? I didn't think he looked crap. Yeah, but good performance by Daniel Dubois. So what next? I'd love it to be Dave Allen. I think the Joe Joyce fight's easy to make, right? I mean, they were supposed to fight, wasn't they? There was, I'm sure that they were made mandatory for that British heavyweight title, and then Joe Joyce obviously then took the Bryant Jennings fight, but I could see him beating Joe Joyce, I mean, Joe Joyce, everyone says like Joe Joyce has this granite chin, and granted he might, but I'm telling you now, if Daniel Dubois tags Joe Joyce, and he can be tagged, Joe Joyce, by the way, fucking hell. I mean, let's have a talk about this Bryant Jennings fight for a second. I was livid at the end of that fight, not because I thought Bryant Jennings won. I actually gave it to Joe Joyce by a round, maybe 2. But the fucking scorecards. I mean, come on, 118, 109. How can that not be corrupt? Like, everyone says, Ade, you're too negative. Well, tell me then. I mean, what was the other one? 117, 110. And then 115, 112. I think, all right, that guy's all right. But 118.09, come on. 118, come on, people, talk to me. 118, 109. I mean, that judge should sit down in front of, I don't know who sanctioned the fight. Was it WBA or whoever anyway? Watch it and score it in front of everyone and say, yep, that round. And then someone can say you're fired. Pack your bags, fuck off, you're fired. Bryant Jennings done some good work in that fight. Good body shots, right? Good body shots. Just good punch selection. Just doesn't have a punch. And I said this in the lead up to the fight. He just doesn't have enough power to stop the very big boys at heavyweight. He just doesn't. Or even to put a dent in them. He doesn't have it. But it doesn't mean you can't score his punches as successful punches. Do you know what I mean? Whether or not he makes the person stumble or go down is irrelevant. He's landing. And I feel like he got no credit for what he done yesterday. But Joe Joyce, and I get a lot of stick for dissing Joyce, but fuck me. Name me a slower heavyweight in the history of the sport. He's an athlete. How's he that slow? How is he that slow? And he's not big and muscular, is he? He's not. So why is he so slow? Don't get it, man. He's gonna get knocked out soon. I'm sorry. I have to. He's gonna get knocked out. He is so wide open. He's gonna get put to sleep by someone. I'm not impressed with Joyce at all. Sorry, I'm not. I know he gets the win and he moves on. They're trying to fast track him, and I get all that. And look, it's a good win against Bryant Jennings, who's a top 20, top 25 kind of fighter. But I'm not impressed with him. And I guess the reason being is because I'm not looking at him for the Bryant Jennings level. I'm trying to compare him to the very best because that's where he wants to be because he's got to get there quick because of his age. Nah, not for me. So I wouldn't mind seeing Dubois versus Joyce or Dubois versus the winner of David Price, Dave Allen, which I think will be Dave Allen. And then, I don't know, maybe win the belt outright and then go for the European level. That's quite difficult. Caballero type levels, it's a big step up. It wasn't before. British to European was very easy. Now British to European is quite tough. But I think he's got enough in him. If they can just match him correctly. Again, I mean, I was a bit nervous about this fight, to be fair, but he's only 21. Take your time. He's only had, what was that? Was that his 12th fight? Take your time. I'm trying to quickly remember who AJ fought in his 12th fight. Can't remember. Was it the Highlander? Was it that kid from Scotland? Can't remember. But I think he's already in front. I mean, depends where you compare how you rate Gorman, but I think he's already in front of AJ's kind of rise. I don't think he's going to take that jump where AJ fought for a world title when he's, 16th or 17th fight. He's not going to do that. But he's being fast-tracked himself as Daniel Dubois. And I like him. I'm on the Daniel Dubois hype train. Yep, I'm on it. I might even get a Triple D hat. I don't like that nickname at all. It's just think of something else. I mean, GGG, just for DDD. Yeah, but I like Daniel Dubois. I'm starting to grow and warm to his personality as well. Again, not everyone can be Tyson Fury, Conor McGregor. You ask him a question, he answers. Pretty simple. And I like that. And what do you guys think of the performance? Let me know. Peace.